Hello. Happy Friday. I'm just fixing this here. My bang has been doing this all day. Just like swooping up. But hello. I am gonna get into some stuff. I read Wages Against Housework on Historical Memory and in Praise of the Dancing Body by Silvia Federici. And sorry, there's like a lot of noise around. I also printed out this kind of book that maybe will turn into a book. That's a little preview or something. And where was I? I'm gonna read some notes. Capitalism was not the first system based on the exploitation of human labor, but more than any principle of accumulation. As such, it was the first to make the regimentation and mechanization other system in history that has tried to create an economic world where labor is the most essential of the body, a key premise of the accumulation of wealth. Indeed, one of capitalism's main social tasks from its beginning to the present has been the transformation of our energies and corporeal powers into labor powers. Capitalism was born from the separation of people from the land. Mechanization, the turning of the body, male and female, into a machine, has been one of capitalism's most relentless pursuits. Animals too are turned into machines, so that sows can double their litter, chicken can produce uninterrupted flow of eggs, while unproductive ones are grounded like stones, and calves can never stand on their feet before being brought to the slaughterhouse. Just reading some things. The body was imagined and disciplined according to the model of simple machines. That quote alone made me... I've been interested in robotics for a long time, and I think I'll actually order some robotics to work with. One of those arms that sort of moves. And sorry about that. I should do not disturb. Sorry about that. I have to read Brecht to posterity. I wrote some notes down. Rehumanizing ourselves within our own microcosms. Where does art come in our process of reconstruction? Art and social reproduction should change. Art has to be reintegrated in our day-to-day process in every form of our existence. Which was interesting. I actually had a high school thesis. We had to do theses in high school and defend them. And my entire thesis was actually about that. And every teacher that I had in high school tried to like tear it down, sort of. And that's like a strange memory that came back. Where I had to like defend art, and they were like, anyway, I don't even know how to talk about that. How to believe in futurity and a life worth living. The Commons, collective identity, collective history, Tony Cade, Bombaris. I have to read. Okay. And then Tavian Nyong'o's I've never heard The Spirit of the Staircase before. It's much easier to have a thought on the way out and not on the spot. Some notes on Ruha Benjamin. Use of technology to entrap subjects. Ida B. Wells, Data Lab. Imagination as promiscuous. Sociological imagination. The capacity to link individuals' personal problems with broader social processes. An imaginary refers to collective projections of a desirable and feasible future. Imagination equals dreams, dreaming, ideas, ideologies. Implying idea of a collective imagination, imagining different worlds together. Imagination doesn't erase nightmares, but repurposes them with sense-making or troublemaking. I'm wearing this corset today. some pants. In the process, we will confront the little voice in our head whose job it has been to police our own imaginations. A world without prisons, ridiculous. Schools that foster the genius of every child, impossible. Work that doesn't grind us to the bone, naive. A society where everyone has food, shelter, love, in your dreams, exactly. These ideological limits have to be contested. Imagination is a field of struggle. This is one of my favorite parts. Games are serious business. They reflect and reinforce broader social patterns of power and inequality. Take the game Monopoly, which has sold over 250 million units since Parker Brothers began mass producing it in 1935. Most people don't know that the precursor to Monopoly was the Landlord's Game, created by feminist anti-monopolist Elizabeth Maggie. Maggie, like so many others at the time, was inspired by economist Henry George's 1879 bestseller, Progress and Poverty. She decided to create a game to demonstrate the evils of monopoly, inviting players to reject the impoverishment and displacement upon which gross concentrations of wealth depend. She applied for a patent in 1903, and 3 decades later, Parker Brothers would pay her only $500 for the rights. That's crazy. Oof. I also read Frederick Jameson's War and Representation. Nominalism contrasts with realism, which holds that universals do not have independent, objective existence. Then talks about the representation of war in literature and film, and film's shortcomings. And sort of through lines between these texts are that I thought about are that maybe Ruha Benjamin would want us to, because of film's shortcomings, have a deeper agential interactivity through games to force us to understand war better. So maybe like what is missing in these films? Is it deeper agency, interaction? She's just looking for new prescriptions, and so am I. I wrote down game to compete to care better. Forgot who said that. The reification of gaming. Those are some notes from this week. Well, I want to get a chai tea, and I did want to show this one thing, but it's on the floor. It's this little circle monitor that I've been thinking about for a long time. It's like this large. Another time. So those are some notes from the week. ISP week 3 still. Week 3. Week 3. Week 3. Week 3. Meow. Week 3. Week 3.